Got a 2011 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport model. Got the guard dog sitting here. And today I'm going to show you how to do a tune-up on your motor, your 3.8 V6. You come to the driver's side. You have your coil pack right there. 3 wires on the front, 3 wires going toward the back. Those are your ignition wires. Driver's side is easier. You got one spark plug under here, under this wire. You got one here, and you got one over here. One at a time. You're gonna pull out your ignition wire, take out your spark plug, put back in your spark plug, and then you're gonna put a new wire in. Okay? You can do that 3 on this side and 3 on the other side. This is the company that I went with for the spark plug. This is Bosch Iridium. Part number 9661. Supposedly they're pre-gap, but I'm going to show you how to check, to double check anyway. Okay? For the wires, we went with RIP performance wire set for the 3.8, 27 to 2011 Wrangler models. This is what you use to set the gap for the spark plugs. On the 3.8 2011 model, you want a 50.50 spark plug gap. You can also use this old style. There's 0.50 right there. You're going to take out your spark plugs one at a time. You're going to take your gap tool, like I said, 0.50 right there. And you're going to push it in there, and it should go in gently. You don't want to put a lot of pressure on here. As you can see, this stops at 0.50, so they are pre-gapped. But double check anyway. You want them to be 0.050 is what you want. Okay? If you have the old style, come down from the small side and slowly work your way up. 0.50. You're going to do that to each one of your spark plugs. Okay, we're going to start with the easiest one first, which is the top one. Follow the top one and goes down to right here. That's the front one. Pop your wire off. Grab your spark plug loop. And you're gonna pull them out. Grab it. Pops right out. Okay. Then you're gonna get your new wire. Measure it. Get the same exact length, because they're all different lengths. So that's the RIP wire compared to the stock wire. Everything looks the same, OEM. Take your spark plug socket with an extension, and you're gonna pop that out. You're gonna put your 5/8 spark plug socket on the spark plug with a long extension. You just crack it loose.
The long thread.
There's your spark plug. As you can see, the little diode is one next to the new one. This is a standard spark plug. There's your Iridium with the pointy tip. You can see this is worn down and it's time to change. You're gonna want to take Never-Seez and put a couple dabs on here before you put this back in. How much Never-Seez I put on here? Some people recommend it, some don't. I always do, because you're putting in a steel spark plug into a block, and you don't want to have no issues down the road. So you're gonna put that much around the threads, and you're gonna torque it back into place. When you put your spark plug in, this has a rubber washer inside, a little rubber gasket, and it holds the spark plug into place. So you always start finger tight. You can see that on there. Always start the threads finger tight at first. You don't want to cross thread anything. So this tool will hold it in place, and you start it until it bites in. Once it locks in, then you tighten it with the ratchet. This is all by hand at first. And you're going to do this for each one of your spark plugs. Take your first wire, press it into the coil pack. It snaps into place. You feel a click, and it's locked into place. Double check it, make sure. I don't show you here, but you take some dielectric grease and you put it into the boot. Then you press the boot into place, lock it down firmly. You feel like a click, and that's what you're going to do for every other wire you put in. Double check all your connections, make sure they're firmly locked in. Like I said, your first one, your top one, goes to the front spark plug. The second one goes to the second one down there. The bottom one goes to the back one right there. So there's no confusion here. The three in the back, I'm going to show you how they wire it around the back of the motor and to the passenger side now. You're going to come on the passenger side now. These are your heater hoses right here. They clip in right here. This bracket clips over this bolt right here, this screw. So you're going to take that out of the way and get access to your first one, your second one, and then the furthest one in the back is your other spark plug. So you're going to do one at a time so you don't mess up. You're going to grab your boot, pop it off. There's your spark plug down there. This is your front one. It goes into this clip right here and goes around the back of the motor, and it goes to your coil pack on the other side. So you're going to open this clip right here with a flat blade screwdriver, and it swings open and it gives you access to your wires. So for now, I'm going to leave it sitting there. I'm going to pull out this first spark plug in the front right there, put the new one in, and then I'll show you how to run the wires. Best setup to have is a 16-inch extension with a swivel and then your spark plug socket. This is a snap-on unit I have that there's no extension, but it's on a swivel. So it gives you better access to that spark plug down there. If you're looking at the motor, on the passenger side, cylinder toward the front is number 1, the middle cylinder is number 3, and the back cylinder is number 5. If you look at the coil pack toward the back, the 3 wires that go into the coil pack on the back, the top one is your 5-cylinder, the middle one is your 1-cylinder, and the 3 is your bottom cylinder. So run those wires to the corresponding cylinders on the passenger side. There's the front clip, and in the back of that, there's another clip. You put a flat blade screwdriver underneath, and you pry it off from the left side, and it pops up. It swivels out the right. Then the wire runs back behind the motor into another clip. You're gonna have to unpop that clip, and then you can take them out one at a time. To get to the back spark plugs on the passenger side, you gotta pull the inner fender off. It's just a couple bolts, depending on. To get to the back bolts, you're gonna want to pull your inner fender off. It's just a couple bolts, depending on what model you have for your Jeep. Just take off those bolts to take your inner fender off. You got access to the rear one and the middle one right here. The one in the front you could get from the top, but to get to these quicker and less headaches, just drop your inner fender off and you get access to them. Pop these 2 out, put the new ones in. Here's what it looks like. Put back in place your wires. They wrap around the back of the motor all the way to the other side, and they come out from the driver's side. Here's what it looks like underneath. You got your wires back in place. That's the back one, the middle one, the front one. This engine has a valve cover leak, which I'll show you in a future video. Now all you gotta do is put your inner fender back in place. Like I said, the hardest part of this job is gonna be running the passenger side wires, the 3 wires around the back of the motor. But once you do that and pull the inner fender off, you're good to go. Like I said, that's a 2011 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport 3.8 motor. Questions, comments, leave them below. Video suggestions, always welcome. Take care, fellas.